Okay. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to germinate the plants in the totes if you choose to do so instead of using a propagation tent, um, which we kind of have. Um, and this is how you're going to do it. Now I have a plant right here that I've grown. This is my basil plant, or my basil sprout. Doesn't look exactly like basil, but I have no idea why. It came from a basil seed. Smells like basil, but you know what? It works for this. As you can see, you have the root, the plant, and this stuff right here, which is basically just a medium for the plant to grow. And I'm pretty sure I have.
It's right in front of the bin. In front, right here.
This is rock wool. Imagine fiberglass, but with rocks. So it's just wool made out of rocks, which is really cool. And it basically allows the plant's roots to hold on to something so they don't just fall in the water. In a hydroponic setup, the plant's roots are going to be sitting in water, which is allows us to not water them for longer. Allows us to just directly put the nutrients into the water, makes it a lot easier for us. So, how to germinate plants. So I actually germinated this basil right in this. This was a trail mix jar, and basically what you have to do is keep the bottom of the rock wool just with enough water that it just barely touches the bottom of the rock wool, so it keeps it moist. Because when you want to germinate the seeds, you always have to keep them moist, and depending on the plant, like tomatoes, they really like the heat and the humidity. I like to put a clear cup over the seeds, and within the heat of the day, the water evaporates and sort of creates a humidity dome, which replicates what we have, or I have, in Denise's classroom, which allows the plants to germinate faster and better. So all you've got to do is basically put the seed in the rock wool. Make sure to soak the rock wool beforehand for 10 to 15 seconds, to make sure that it's fully encapsulated with water. And then you put it in these little net cups that we have provided for you, and keep it moist with the water on the bottom. And you can go from a small seed that is at a millimeter by millimeter to something this big. This is my spearmint. It is inspiration. Something very small can go to something this big. I'm very proud of it.